Hey, welcome to this new video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how I quickly lost 15 pounds. I went from 189, let's just call it 190 because I was at the 0.7 or 8 range. So from 190 down to 175 in just 45 days. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Birds on Candles. I post a lot of videos, just my everyday life, but now I'm trying to switch things up. And today I'm going to be telling you about how I quickly lost pounds of fat very, very quickly. Number one, I completely changed my eating habits. I was definitely more strict on what I was eating. I was eating chicken, brown rice, and broccoli, as well as some ground beef, and halfway through I started making some ground beef tacos / burritos, depending on how you wanted to make them. 90 calories of tortilla wraps. I had 3 of those with about 120 grams of ground beef of 96.4 or 97.3. I forget which one, but it's one of the two. Very, very clean, high in protein, low in fat. That was basically my everyday, mainly my everyday meals. You know, I was eating 4 times a day. Now, one thing with having a clean diet is also eating less. Eating less of what you actually need. You know, that basically means if you have a body type that can only eat 2,000 calories a day, you want to eat 2,000 calories for your first week, get ready, get it controlled, and then the following week, reduce that by 250 calories. And then the next week, reduce it another 250 calories. To find out how much you actually need, you want to go to bodybuilding.com or even just search on Google macro calculator. There you're going to input various of information. It's going to go from your age, your height, your activity level, and what your goal is. And if your goal is to lose weight, you want to select that. Fat loss, maintain, and muscle gain. Usually the fat loss is going to subtract 250 calories automatically from the maintenance level, but also readjust the types of macros. So you should be eating more carbs, more protein, less protein. Same thing with the fat. It's going to adjust those accordingly to the best optimal results for you. Now, like I said, you want to focus on eating less. That's step number one. Eat less than what you actually need. Okay? I'm not saying don't go without eating for a full day, because your body needs food. You just have to subtract a little bit so your body starts using fat as the fuel that you have in your body, okay? Fat is there to act as fuel. That's what it's stored for later use. And just by eating a little bit, you're slowly gonna start using that. Step number 2, hitting the gym. And I'm not talking about just doing cardio. The number one thing for rule number 2 is to do weightlifting. Whether that's powerlifting, CrossFit, whatever it may be, make sure you're picking up the weights. Heavy weights, light weights, whatever the case may be. Now make sure they're not too light that you're not feeling a burn or not feeling like you're doing anything. You wanna go in hard. You wanna have an intense workout. And if you're a woman and you're afraid that you're going to get bulky, let me tell you something. I've been doing this for the past like 6-7 years, and I don't look bulky. I don't. It takes an immense amount of time for your body to change that quickly to gain that much muscle. So like I said, for step number 2, rule number 2, whatever you want to consider it, number 1 priority on that one is weightlifting, powerlifting, whatever. Just hit the weights. Now, second to that is cardio. Cardio is basically icing on the cake. You're burning a little extra. Now, what is the difference between working with weights and cardio? When you're working with weights, and let's say I'm doing some curls and I'm training my biceps for about an hour, give or take. Once I'm done working on my biceps, I burn calories, while I was doing the workout. That's how you burn calories, right? But when I stop doing the exercise, my body needs 24 to 36 hours generally to repair itself. And in those 24 to 36 hours, my body is using calories to repair the muscle. That's why it's the best thing in the world. weightlifting. You're burning calories without doing anything. So let's say one day I'm doing chest, next day I'm doing back, and then the following day I'm doing legs. I'm basically burning calories every single day, extra calories, because my body is taking time to repair itself non-stop because I'm having intense workouts. And that's good. You want to have your body constantly be in the state of constant repair, so that way it's like, all right, I need energy. Where can I get this energy? Oh, I'm not getting enough from food. All right, let's take a little bit off from this fat and let's just keep going. And then your body's gonna adjust to the amount of food that you're eating. You reduce that, and it starts taking a little bit more from the fat. And it's just gonna keep going. It's just gonna keep cycling down until you start losing weight. It's slowly taking fat that you have for fuel. Now, next thing, the cardio. You can do cardio. You can walk, run, jog, whatever. Do the Stairmaster, elliptical, whatever the case may be, for 500 calories, or whatever the machine says, 1,000 calories on the machine, whatever. You can be there all day. But as soon as you stop doing that exercise, as soon as you get off, as soon as you hit off, as soon as you hit stop, you are no longer burning extra calories once you step off. That is a major difference between lifting weights and cardio. You burn calories while you're working out, and when you're done, you're only burning calories when you're on the machine. So that's why you want to put them together. That's what you want to do. You want to put them together and do your training first, have an intense workout, and then afterwards, you want to do the cardio. And I'm talking about some slow, steady state, whatever is comfortable for you. Don't go too intense. If your body's not used to it, don't go too intense. Try to keep your heart rate about 120 beats per minute, give or take a few beats per minute, like 2 to 3, and just do that. Keep it consistent. Burn about 250 calories each day, and then slowly increment that. You want to switch the incline, you want to switch the speed, and you want to switch possibly the type of cardio. Maybe one day you're doing treadmill, maybe the next day you do the Stairmaster or the elliptical. Just trying to switch it up so that way you don't get boring. But if you are able to do the one specific machine, stay the same, because each machine generally has different calculations of how you're burning calories. So one might say that you spent 45 minutes and you burned 400 calories, and then you go into Stairmaster and you did 45 minutes and you probably burned 600 calories. Now, is it right? Is it wrong? Who knows? But try to keep it consistent, and that way you have an accurate depiction of how much you're burning. Now we're going to get into number 3. Step number 3 is consistently stay active. You might be having to work a 9-to-5 job, and then you come home and you go work out. In that 9-to-5 job, you're probably sitting down all day. Chances 9 out of 10, you probably have a desk job, and you're just sitting there. Or maybe you don't have a job. Maybe you just work from home. Either way, you're sitting down all day, and if you are, try to walk. Try to wake up maybe an hour earlier and just walk around your block for about 30 minutes to maybe an hour. Don't consider that your cardio. Just stay active. You want to stay active throughout your whole day, because the more active you are, you're burning a little bit extra calories, and that's just going to add up to using a little bit more. So the more this is how much you need right here. This is how many calories you need, and then the more activity that you should keep doing, it's going down. You need more calories. So keep it that way. Just try to stay a little bit more active. If you're at work and you have a lunch break, maybe take a 10-minute walk around the block or something, 20-minute walk. Eat your portion of food, eat your meal prep, and then just walk around. Stay active, stay moving around, Don't just sit at home, or don't just sit at your chair or your lunch break table. If you're in a cubicle station or an office, just walk around. Maybe walk down the stairs. That's perfect. Walk down the stairs, walk right back up, walk back down. You're good. Why not? You have goals, so don't worry about everybody else. Let them sit around and not do anything. Focus on yourself. Do that stuff. Next thing is, I'm going to tell you what all I've been doing. And I've been following all these things. But on step number 3, I've been doing construction for the last 45 days. I no longer work there, But I was doing construction. That was a huge factor on how I was burning calories like nothing. I quickly went down because of the demand of the amount of work that the job was just putting on me. I was carrying bricks up, down, walking heavy stuff for about, depending on the day, for 2 hours to maybe 6 hours out of the 8-hour workday. Like I was doing that for 5 days out of the week, and just I constantly stayed moving. That's why I said, and step number 3, just constantly stay moving. Just move a lot. Not everybody is gonna have the privilege of working at a construction site where you're constantly demanded to working stuff. You know, just do what you can to stay active. That's probably the main thing, because I was waking up at 5 in the morning, working, and not coming home till about 5 p.m. roughly, depending on where I was sent to, and then I'd get home, eat, and go work out, and maybe have one more meal, maybe did not, depending on how full I felt. If I felt I needed another meal or not. 9 out of 10, chances are I didn't have a late night meal because I still felt pretty fine. Woke up, 6 hours later and did the same thing the next day. I was getting roughly 5 to 6 hours of sleep a night, which is decent. It wasn't the best sleep, but I was just hammering out my work, going to the gym, eating what I needed, and that was it. That's how I quickly just lost 15 pounds. I stayed active. I didn't just come home, sit down, relax. If I did that, I probably wouldn't have hit the gym, And personally, I have never hit the gym at 5 p.m. I have always hated it. But I did it for the last 45 days. And one of the reasons I hate it is because it is too goddamn crowded. Too goddamn crowded. There's too many people here. I had to wait around for machines to be able to use for my next workout or my next exercise. Like a good 5 to 10 minutes, just because it's so crowded. And I'd be there for another 2 or 3 hours. I literally get home around 5, probably be at the gym by 6, depending on the day, and didn't leave till about 9:30, if not 10 p.m. at night. Go home and sleep. It's just set your priorities straight. I'm only down 15 pounds. I'm still planning on going down 10 more pounds. And to see where I can take my body at this point. Right now, it's gonna get a lot harder because I'm no longer working in construction. It was gonna get seriously hard if I was doing construction. But now that I'm not, I gotta eat less calories because my body's not burning as many calories as it was while doing construction. I gotta eat less. I'm eating about maybe, my maintenance level is about 2,000 calories. I'm eating about 1,700 calories right now, doing cardio, working out. So I'm burning a decent amount still. This last week, I didn't work because I was done with construction. I was supposed to start my new job, but things haven't fully finished. But in this last week, I lost 5 pounds. 5 pounds instantly, just down. I really went down. And yeah, it's gonna get hard for me because now, since I'm no longer doing construction, I'm doing a sit-down job and I'm doing more personal trainer. I'm not moving as much, so I'm gonna be more stationary. So I gotta eat less and just be focused and be more driven. I just gotta set my priorities straight on what I want, and 10 more pounds just to end off, to see where my body takes me. And then maybe after those 10 pounds, we'll see what more I can do. My end goal is probably by the end of this month, by the end of March, probably to be down at most 7 pounds. I hit the point where it's going to get difficult, so it's going to be the amount of weight that I'm able to lose is going to decrease. It's no longer going to be as fast as 15 pounds. Not only because I'm working in construction, it's just at some point, it starts to get harder. Whatever you're doing, it just starts to get harder on losing weight. So I may not lose 10 pounds this month. I'm shooting for 5, but I feel like I can push out 7 pounds, which is very, very good. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps and gives you an idea on what you can. By the way, some of the things that I was eating, like I said, was chicken, rice, ground beef, tacos with mission tortillas. There's 90 calories per tortilla, and I just put lettuce on them, tomatoes, all that stuff. So I'm trying to add more variety into my meal preps. Next thing I think I'm going to be adding is more more fruits like strawberries, blackberries. I just realized, I don't know why I didn't have this in my head before, is the volume of calories, or the volume of food ratio to calories, it's insane. I can have like a lot of volume of blackberries and strawberries and only have very, very little amount of calories, which is gonna help me stay full, especially while I'm dieting. The problem with dieting is you're eating less food. Yes, that is true, but you're not eating enough volume to fill up your stomach. That's the issue. So if you're able to find a way to fill up your stomach with less calories, like I'm saying right now, like with eating blackberries and strawberries, you're not gonna feel hungry because your stomach is full. It's not gonna growl because it's full. And so that's one of the things I have to start implementing. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I hope this helps you out. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope this helps. I'm gonna be doing a lot more talking like this and just sharing what I can instead of showing what I do, and see if this helps the channel grow immensely. I appreciate you watching this, and see you in the next video.